Dude guys, what is up? Welcome back to a brand new video here today on the channel. Today, as you can see, we're back at one of my favorite little ponds here. We're gonna see if we can't get on some big summer bass. Let's get right into it. All right guys, so as I said, and as you can see, we're back at one of my favorite little ponds here. It's a pond that I don't come to a whole lot. When I do come here, it's usually a treat. We usually get on some good fish and have a good time. But today we're gonna be kind of going after purely big bass. It's not too early in the morning. It's about 10 o'clock. It's when I pulled up to the spot. Oh my God, some big just surfaced out there. Anyway, I've got a few things tied up. I've got a top water, which I might throw on if we get a little bit more cloud cover here. I've got a jerk bait, which I'm fishing right now. I've got a big Carolina rig with a 10-inch worm on it. We're gonna be chucking that around on some deep ledges. So anyway, let's get right in there. I think we could find some big fish here today. This pond usually is pretty productive, and we've just gotten a little bit of cool weather. It's only supposed to be around 80, mid to low 80s today. So we've got a little bit of cooler temps that should bring in some fish into some shallower water, feeding on some bait fish, getting ready for the fall transition. But anyway, let's get in there, and I think we can make it happen today. There's fish going. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Oh, it's a little pickerel. Well, it's a start at least. There we go. It's a little pickerel, not the target species. Let's try not, oh, there he goes. All right, I'm okay with that. He popped off, but it was a little pickerel. Absolutely vicious strike. Let me tell you, just not slacking my line. I thought it was a big fish, but I'll take it. I'll take it. At least that gives me some confidence. It's not the target species. It's not a bass. But if some of these little pickerel are active, a lot of times these bass are active as well. They feed kind of at similar times, and they really, if that fish is eating the jerkbait, there should be some other bass that are active enough to eat the jerkbait. That's giving me a good sign. Like I said, let's get back in there. But just a little Guggen Squad Junior Scout. I think we're starting to find a pattern. I think this is what they want. Let's get back in there. There's gotta be some fish right there. That's the biggest piece of structure. Not sure if you guys can quite see it from here. In this entire pond, it's kind of a tree stump, a tree that's out in the middle. And I can't really tell how far it goes, so I don't wanna cast too close to it. But I mean, everything points to there's fish in that spot. I mean, I'm sure there's bait up and around those tree limbs, hiding in that stump away from predators, and I'm sure there's big fish just hunkered down underneath that tree, waiting to ambush some fish, since it's out towards the middle. All right, there's gotta be a fish there. Yep, got it, got it, got it. I knew it, I knew it. Oh my gosh, that could be a big fish. I think he's just stuck up. Doesn't feel super big anymore. But he's still fighting these. Oh, it's a nice one. I'll take it. I'll take it. I knew there had to be a fish there. Please do not come off. Oh, he's fighting hard now. It's not a giant, but it's a good first one of the day. He's barely hooked though. I gotta be very careful with this fish. Do not jump, do not jump. Do not jump. Barely hooked. He's in the net. All right, it's not a giant, but it's a solid start of the day. I knew there had to be a fish in that spot. Right next to that little stump there, that fallen tree. I'm gonna have to take some more casts around that spot as well. And we've got ourselves a little bass here. I'll take it. All right, guys, not a giant, but that is a nice, long, really healthy fish. Probably maybe a 1, maybe 1.5, 1.25, but I'll give it about a pound. It's a nice, solid little fish there. I'll take it. Let's get him back in the water. Nice, good release. Right back into this water. This water's actually pretty cold. There he goes. All right, I'll take it. It's a good first fish of the day. I've gotten a few bites from some little pickerel. I've gotten a little bit of action with this jerkbait, which is why I'm still fishing it. It's my first good little bass there. I'll take it. It's number 1, right where he should have been on that structure. That's what I keep saying. Find high probability areas. That's drop-offs, grass lines, structure, especially if there's a kind of a big piece of structure out in an area where there's nothing else. That's pretty much a flat of just rocks, but then a big piece of structure right there, a fallen tree in the middle, and a lot of bass, a lot of bait fish are gonna hang around that area. Anyway, that's a good first fish of the day. Nothing too big, but it's a start. It's exactly what we needed to start this day off. Let's get back in there. That was a bite. Yep, that was a fish. There's a fish, there's a fish. He's got it, he's got it, he's got it. He's running with it. He's running with it. I'm gonna let him eat it. I'm gonna let him eat it. Take it, take it, take it, take it. Got him, there we go. Oh my God, dude. This is a big fish. Holy crap. I can't tell if he's stuck, but that feels huge. Oh my gosh. Get over here. Please, please, please. I'm stuck up now. Get out of that grass. Get out of that grass. That seems like a big fish. Get out of that grass. Oh, it's a nice one. It's not a giant, but it's a nice one. It is a nice fish. Get out from on those rocks. Get out of there. He's all stuck in that grass. Get up here, buddy. Get up here, buddy. It's exactly what we needed. Get some confidence. He's stuck around my transducer. He's stuck around my transducer. Get up here. Get up here. All right, it's not quite as big as I thought he was at first. Come on. There we go. I'll take it. It's definitely the biggest one of the day. On the little Texas rig. I'll take it. That is a butterball. It's not a super long fish, but I mean, it is chubbed up. He has been feeding. He was stuck up in that grass. I thought he was an absolute giant. It's a nice one. I'll take it though. Perfect hook. Right in the side of the mouth right there. We're coming up to shore. That's what we needed. Let's get this guy back and I'll tell you a little bit about how I caught this fish. That was pretty cool. All right, guys, fish number 2. That is a nice chunky, I mean, that's probably maybe 1.5 pounds. Not a huge mouth, but that is a chunky, healthy fish right there. Let's get him back. Let's put him right on this side, away from the bank. Come on, buddy. Look at him swimming. Oh, there he goes. That was pretty sick. All right. I mean, we fished for a while with that jerkbait, let me tell you. I mean, we fished out in some deeper water. We fished some drop-offs. We got a fish. We got a few bites, but we came up shallow to one of the kind of the best spots in this pond. And I just tied on a little Guggen Baits lunker log, a little Texas rig right here, something slower moving. And I casted, I'd say, probably 10 to 12 times in that exact same spot. And it seems like these fish are just a little bit slower moving than I would hope. They're not quite as aggressive. I really had to work to catch that fish. I know there's always fish in that spot, which is why I casted so many times in there. Right underneath this little bridge, if I can show you. And that is fish number 2. I'll take it. Yo, what? Yo, something's running with that. Wait, what? Oh my God, that's a fish? What the heck? I was literally letting my square bill sit on the bottom and this guy cranked it. What the heck? That's a solid fish too. Oh, there he goes. I was about to say he's barely fighting. What just happened? That was so weird. I just picked up a square bill crankbait, a bait that I rarely fish. Of course, I reel it down. I'm just letting it sit. And I see my line running. What the heck? It's a solid little fish, definitely the biggest one of the day. Might be close to a 3-pounder, 2.5 pounds for sure. What was that eat though? I was letting it sit. Oh, he was probably just floating back up to the top. That is a solid fish. Let's get him back. All right, guys, I got a weight on him, 2.4 pounds. That was pretty close. That is such a solid fish. Small little mouth on this guy. That is long, and he's chubbed up. Let's get him back in the water. I can't tell you how I caught that fish because that was pretty weird. Let's just drop him back in here. Let's see. Revive him for a second. That's a nice fish. Definitely the best one of the day. Revive him for a second, and he'll go right back in there. That's a perfect little release. Wow. I can tell you one thing for sure. I was not expecting that. As I said, I dropped the jerk. I actually went out to lunch. I cut off the jerk bait. I decided let's tie in a square bill crankbait. There are a ton of a little bluegill in this pond, and it's probably the main forage for these big bass. So I decided why not pick up just a little bluegill imitation. I believe this is a Lucky Craft 2.5-inch little crankbait right here. And I can tell you one thing, I was not expecting that bite. I literally reeled it down. I turned off my GoPro because I'd been recording for maybe 10 minutes. I wanted to stop it. My bait was floating back up to the top. I turned my GoPro back on, and of course, my line's running like this with the square bill in its mouth. When does that ever happen with a square bill crankbait? But I'll take it. I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get back in there. But Maybe the square bill's the pattern, kind of a midday bite after lunch. Let's get right back in there. There's fish, another one on the square bill. Another one on the square bill. Oh man, this could be a big fish. I'm not even joking. This could be a big fish. It's not a big fish, it's a solid one again. But these fish just fight. Oh, he came off. Look at him go. That was so cool. I mean, I obviously would have liked to catch that fish, but I saw him just swim right back down. I'm casting right back in there. I can tell you, square bill crankbait is a bait that I've probably, in the last 2 years, picked up maybe 5-6 times. And I love throwing the jerkbait. Lipless crankbaits are one of my favorite baits to throw, especially in the fall and that post-spawn time in the spring. But a square bill crankbait is a bait that, not that I haven't caught fish on, I just don't have too much confidence with it when put up against other baits like the lipless and the jerkbait. But I can tell you one thing, they want it. There's fish, there we go, That's a big fish, that is a big fish. Oh my gosh, this could be a big fish. This could be a big fish. Oh my gosh, he's not coming up. He is not coming up. Come on, stay down. Oh, it's a nice one, it's a nice one, it's a nice one, it's a nice one. Please stay down, please stay down. Oh my gosh, that's not staying down. Get over here, do not come undone. Think he's hooked pretty well. When they jump like that, you cannot tell. Yep, we got it. Let's go. Right into the net. That's a giant. That is a solid fish. Oh my gosh, that's way bigger than I thought. Oh my gosh, that's a giant. It's like a 4-pounder. Maybe 3.5, 4 pounds. Okay. Let's get this guy and hooked him back in the water. I do not want anything to do with those treble hooks, but that is what we came out here for. Let's go. All right, guys, that is more like it. That's a good fish. That is a really good fish. Got a weight on him, 4.1 pounds. So just over a 4-pounder. Once again, not a huge mouth, but super long. And look at that belly. If this was a skinny fish, it has about the body of a 3-pounder. But with that belly, that brings it up to 4.01 pounds. So a 4-pounder. That is a good fish. Let's get this guy back in the water. I think I'm gonna take a few pictures and then we'll get him back. But that is a nice fish. That is what we came out here for. All right, guys, that is definitely the biggest one of the day. That is what we needed. It's not a giant, but 4-pounder is something I'm definitely looking for every time I go out fishing. And that is a good fish. One of my biggest fish in the last couple of times I've gone fishing. But there we go. Let's get him back. That is a giant. That is what we needed. Right on that square bill crankbait. Bait that I rarely throw. And of course, it gets on the biggest fish of the day. Solid 4-pounder. Let's get this guy revived. He's gonna go right back down there. Come on, buddy. There he goes. Right back in there. Yes! That is what we wanted. That is what we came out here for. Once again, it's not a giant. It's not the true 10-pounder giant fish that we're looking for. But I will take it. There's fish, there's fish, there's fish. Seems like a decent one. It's fighting hard. Oh yeah, it's a nice one, it's a nice one, it's a nice one, it's a nice one. It is a nice one, it is a nice one, it is a nice one. Stay down, he is tugging. These fish just have no quit in this pond. Go, come on, stay down. Keep him pinned. Get up. Come on, get in the net. There we go. Another good one. No giant, but that's another solid one. There we go. Get my confidence back. That's what we needed. Oh my gosh. Do not hook me. All right, he's stuck in the net there. You guys can see. That's a solid little fish right there. I mean, probably about a 2-pounder. I'll take it, maybe 2.5. That's a long fish. Let's get this guy unhooked and back in the water. All right, guys, weighed him in. That's a 2.53. So a 2.5 pounder, that's a solid little fish. These fish all have kind of smallish mouths and super long and chunky frames. That is a nice solid fish. Probably the second biggest one of the day right there. Again on that square bill crankbait right out in the middle. I will take it. Let's get him back. It's a solid fish right there. It's exactly what we needed. Get some confidence back. Nice one after that big one. Come on, get back down there. There he goes. That's what we needed. I will take it. Once again, not a giant, but at least we're continuing to get bites with this bait. I might just tie on a big 7.5-inch swim bait and chuck it in some deeper water for one massive bite. But for now, I'm content catching these nice little fish with the crankbait. Let's get back in there. There's fish, another one, same spot. That's another good fish. That's another good fish. Same spot as that last one, pretty much. Stay down, stay down, stay down. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. He's fighting, he is fighting. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I cannot bring him up. Oh my gosh. This is a good fish. Oh my God, it's a really good fish. It's the biggest one of the day. It's the biggest one of the day. It is oh, maybe not. It's a good fish though. Oh my gosh, is he fighting? He's barely hooked. He's barely hooked. Get up in the net. Get up in the net. Get up. Oh my gosh, I can't get him. He's stuck. He's stuck. He's stuck. He's stuck. He's stuck. He's stuck. Oh my gosh. Get up here, buddy. He's digging. Oh my gosh, he's digging. Please, 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 please. Please, please, please. The crankbait's stuck in the net, so I can't get him in there. Oh my gosh, he's in. He's in. Yes. It's probably the second biggest one of the day. Maybe like a 3-pounder. Look how this guy was hooked. Look how this guy was hooked. Oh my gosh. Talk about skin hooked. If I can get this guy up, this is a really nice fish. Talk about skin hooked. Just came out. Oh my gosh. That was a second away from losing that fish. And that is another chunky. That's a 3-pounder for sure. That's the second biggest one of the day for sure. Let's get this guy unhooked. Or he already is, but let's get a weight on this guy. Let's get a few pictures, and then we'll get him back. Let's go. All right, guys, he was even bigger than I thought. 3.28 pounds. Once again, a long fish, but look at the dang girth on that fish. That is a healthy fish stocking up for the fall transition. What did I say? 2.8, I believe? That is a good fish. Let's get him back. Let's get him back. This is a great day of fishing. No true giants yet. But we've gotten on just quality fish after quality fish. This was in the same spot as that last one. Just revive him. Perfect release. Right back down there. I mean, you best believe I am not putting down that square bill crankbait for the rest of the day. That was maybe 5 casts after that last fish in the same spot. I just kept working that bait right over that grass line because there's usually more than one there. Of course, there was. That's a good fish. Our bag today is not even bad. We have a 4-pounder. We have a couple 2.5s, a 3. And let's get back in there and who knows? Maybe there's an even bigger one next. Alright guys, well that's gonna about do it for today's video. Overall, a really solid day of fishing. Got on a few 2s, a few 2.5s, a 3, and a 4. So solid little spread there for the day. Nice little bag. But definitely have to give the star player to this little square bill crankbait. Picked it up for the second half of the day, and it got on all the best fish. So definitely go check this out. 2.5 Lucky Craft square bill. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Comment down below. What do you guys want to see next? Like the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe down below. I'll try to be back at this pond as soon as I can in the future so we can get on some more big fish. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.